So let's assume that you've warmed up. I want to show you some ideas of what you can do on a balance pad. So we're going to start with it horizontally placed. I have no shoes on, no socks on, bare feet. That's my preference. Gives you a different sense of the environment and then how you're moving from there. So first thing we're going to start off with is a split stance, 1 foot on, 1 foot off, and just teetering, just to get your brain and your nervous system and your body kind of prepped for the feel of the pad, just 1 foot. So just nice and easy, simple, softness in your knees, just getting used to the feeling of surging forward and backward. And then let's do that same thing on the other side. Again, this is kind of just a prep. And I'm just riffing along here what I would do with clients, whether they're new or established clients, we would change things, but let's just kind of take this in a back and forth. And then if we took it to the side, if we're going to stand on here, just get that feeling. What's that feel like as you're standing on here? We're going to go to the left side. So a little step and back. Sporty stance to me is always super important. Sporty stance is soft knees, little bit of a hip hinge, ready body, arms are ready for action. You don't want to have your arms just hanging on your body because your brain sees those as coordinates. So let's switch sides. Let's go to the right side. It's a nice feel on the feet for the pad, but it also might be a little odd as well if you've never been on such a surface. Let's go one more. All right, so then if you're on here, we're just going to do little lifts of the feet via, I'm describing it through lifting the knees, but really where it's coming from is your hips. And you want to be aware of the surface of the pad, that you don't want to come marching forward or off because it is a couple of inches. So just a little bit of knee lifts here. So let's start off with, we're going to go back to kind of where we began. I'm going to put my left foot up here, bending the arms. We're going to bring a knee up. So every time that you're bringing that knee up, you're bringing your arms back, right? So that's a complex movement. You've got to be feeling balanced as you're doing this. The foot that's down, the standing foot, just feel that you're not gripping in. You want to try to let your foot be a foot. And I'm never a good counter, so I don't go with counting. We're going to go one more. All right, so if we go to the other side, see what that feels like here. Different side, different standing leg. So it's not about doing anything perfectly. It's being open. What's showing up? How am I showing up? How am I learning? Through this, you want to make sure that you're breathing. Breathing doesn't have to go with the movement, but that you're breathing something in. Try to talk with your arms and do the movements at the same time. Yeah, let's hit one more. Okay, we're going to go back to where we were before, but we're going to go crisscrossing the arms. We're going to take a side lunge. Side lunge, coming back. Let's alternate that. It's kind of like a squat, I guess. Stepping, returning. So being open to what it feels like differently for you if you've never been on a balance pad. And one more time each way. Good. Okay, so this is a tricky part here, I think, going forward. It's tricky because you have to step, and it's this back foot that you need to help not only anchor the step back, but allow that to come back. So you want to make sure you're not going and surging too far forward where you go too far and then you're going to kind of have to collect yourself and come back. Be aware how your knees feel on these pieces. Let's do the other side. Notice the difference. Try not to compare and say, oh, it felt better on that side. Don't try to showcase your strengths. Try to be open to learning. One more. Okay, so a couple of things horizontal. Let's turn it vertical. So here we're going to actually start on here. And so now you're going to step back, but you're going to take your arms all the way up. And let's alternate that. So a step back and a reach. So now the levers are longer. The whole foot is going down back, so you're putting weight back there. See how it feels in the arms and the shoulders. And one more time each. Okay, so straddle this. So you're going to straddle it. You've got that here. Getting into a sporty stance, we're going to go side to side, tapping. You're staying low. I'm staying low. Notice I'm not popping up. I'm staying in this low profile position. I can feel what's going on down there because I'm sensing it. I don't have to look down, but do look down if you need to. You can vary the pace. You can go quicker and go slower. They both have their benefits. One more time. All right, so as you go back onto here, put a foot up, bringing the other leg up. So you get a, not really running, but the same action of the left arm, the right leg. It's kind of fun. And then let's switch this, so switch it. So opposite, right? So left leg, right arm. Getting to see how it feels in your body. My hands are very open, like there's something to be said about openness in your hands and feeling the space between your fingers. Okay, so stay on here. Your right foot is in the upper right corner. Your left foot is in the back left corner. So now you're in this diagonal split stance. Just getting that feeling for what it feels like on here. Take this arm up, and as you go slicing through, the other arm is kind of the counter, going up to the ceiling. So now we're changing levels. Down, up. Try to feel both of your feet staying flat on the pad. You're not trying to lift up a heel. One more. And then we're going to connect to one more thing before we switch. This foot's going to do what's called a dorsiflexion, which is you're going to curl your toes up towards your knees. You're going to really stick your butt out. Got to balance. And then back. Here's where the arms come in. Counterbalancing. There's a lot going on here that I'm not even mentioning about in this ankle, but just feel it, how you're pulling, that you're turning on your shin. You're on this wobbly surface. All right, so sometimes before I switch sides, I just like to do a neutralizer. If we just stand in a neutral place, and let's just get a side to side. So we kind of bring the body back to a neutral space rather than just flipping to the other side. Just kind of let it calm back down to a normal place. Yeah, okay. So then let's switch that. Left foot in the upper left corner, right foot in the back corner. So now we're going to take the left arm through the legs. Sorry, it's not the left arm, it's the right arm. So being aware again, right? You're going down. You're changing levels. Be aware of your balance and any vestibular issues that you may come upon. One more. We're going to do that same matching piece of dorsiflexion here. So you're shifting back and you're lifting. So you're countering this, right? Pushing back through here so that you don't just fall, right? So you get to learn, how do I counterbalance me? You live in that body. What's it feel like? Always being open to that. And one more. let's go here. Let's stay on here. You're going to park your feet in the back corners. Both feet are parked in the back. You're going to need to move your head and use your eye muscles, right? You have eye muscles that you want to be able to move your eyes, not just your head. And we're going to tap the toes over into the opposite corner. And you know that you got there because you're approximating it. You know that if you went to tap and, oh, it's not there, well, you overshot it. Same as you land back here. You want to feel that you're coming back to, so you're always approximating. Every repetition is feeding the information for the next repetition. So you're listening to feedback so you can feed forward. One more. Okay, so look down, get yourself squared. We're going to take the other foot going across. So it's a small little space here, footprint, to actually do this move. Plus you're on a raised platform on a squishy balance pad. So be aware of all these pieces. Take care of yourself and your balance. Again, I'm giving you ideas. One more. Okay, let's go one more. I think I'll save the weights for another time. Let's do one more thing. You're going to come forward to where your heels are at the edge. I'm going to move this back a little bit, actually. The front edge, so your heels are on. We're going to do some swing squats. So with the heels up, it allows you to bend your knees a little bit more. So going down more, pushing up. So the legs are the pushers. Swing squat. Squat, swing your arms, push back up. You're kind of dispersing the energy through your arms. Nice whole body move. It's a really nice feel for the heels. And let's finish with one more. And so I'm going to call that a day on here, just kind of some things that you can do with just you and the pad.